If you're selling property in Queensland, anti-money laundering laws are about to apply to you for the very first time. From the 1st of July 2026, less than a month away, real estate agents are captured by Australia's anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing regime. That's a tongue twister, guys, AMLCTF. These are the same rules that the banks have lived under for years. Now here's the plain English version. What's changing, who's affected, and what you actually need to do about it. Do AML laws apply to real estate agents in Queensland? They sure do. From the 1st of July 2026, almost certainly. If you broker a sale or you act as a buyer's agent for a commission, you become what's called a reporting entity under the AMLCTF laws. This is part of what's known as Tranche 2, the reform that pulls real estate agents, conveyancers, lawyers and accountants into a regime that's previously only covered banks and remittance providers. There's no small business exemption. A solo agent doing 3 listings a month has the same core obligations as a national franchise. The one common exception is pure property management and leasing. If you only manage rentals and never facilitate sales, you're likely outside the regime, but confirm your status with AUSTRAC rather than assume. When do these new rules start? So, 1st of July 2026. AUSTRAC's enrolment is already open, and the deadline is the 29th of July 2026 for reporting entities. In practice, that means the clock is measured in weeks, not months, and several of the steps that I'm about to explain take time to put in place. Why real estate agents? It's not personal, guys. It's that property is one of the most effective ways to launder money in Australia. Real estate holds value, it tends to climb up over time, and ownership is easy to obscure behind a company or a trust. Agents sit as the gatekeeper for these transactions, so the law now treats them as part of the defence. What do agents need to do under these new rules? At a high level, there's 4 key obligations. The details live in your program, but this is the rough outline. So you need to enrol with AUSTRAC. So enrolment is now open and closes 29 July 2026. You'll need your ABN, business structure, and a description of your services and your compliance officer's details. You also need to have a written AMLCTF program. So in plain terms, who you check, how you check them, and who in the business owns that process. Next, verifying your customers. You must confirm the identity of your buyers and your sellers, real names, real ID. In a standard residential sale, that's both sides of the transaction. The timing is sensible too. So generally you have a short window after the contracts are signed up. And next, reporting suspicious activity. Large cash payments, behaviour that doesn't add up, or someone who won't reveal who they really are or provide ID. There's a process for it, and one rule you cannot break. You must never tip off the client that you've made a report. That's a criminal offence. Now, is there a free option for smaller agencies? Yes, and that's the reassuring part. AUSTRAC has published a free real estate program starter kit aimed at smaller, lower risk agencies, those of around 15 or fewer staff dealing mostly with local individual buyers and sellers. It gives you a template for risk assessment and a program, so you're building on a framework rather than starting from scratch. So who should agents actually talk to? We're a property law firm that specialise in conveyancing. We are not AML advisors, and this article is not compliance advice whatsoever. It's more of an awareness piece. For your AML-CTF, the right people for you are AUSTRAC, so they're the regulator and the source of the free starter kit. We'll pop a link in the blog. The REIQ, so they're your governing body, and obviously there's guidance written specifically for agents. Or an AML compliance specialist. So if you want to outsource this, there are companies out there. Personally, we're using LiveSign as our operator. They do our verification of identities as well. And yes, they have built a special product for real estate agents. So you can check them out if you want to. LiveSign have built a process that's fully compliant and makes it very easy to manage. All right, so why is a conveyancing firm raising this? 2 reasons, guys. We're also captured by the same rules and the same start date. So we're working through our own enrolment program right now and what it involves. And we work alongside great real estate agents in Queensland every single day. We'd rather you guys hear this early if you haven't already, rather than having it done after the fact and be stressed. When the property law side of a deal needs handling, so contracts, conveyancing, the parts we're actually qualified for, that's us. Obviously, fixed fee setup, no kickbacks, no surprises. Your AML compliance though, that's yours to own. And if you're really, really stuck, we can point you in the right direction. But like I said, go to REIQ, they're your governing body, they're the best guys to point you in the right direction. Bottom line for Queensland agents. Start with AUSTRAC's starter kit, get enrolled, and don't leave it till late. The framework is more manageable than the headline suggests once you actually work through it. And when you've got a settlement in the diary and you want a conveyancer who keeps property law refreshingly unboring, think of us. Got over 3,000 5-star reviews now, guys, with a 5-star average. Well, that's it. AMLCTF, Anti-Money Laundering Counter-Terrorism Financing. It's serious and it's starting on the 1st of July here in Australia. For good operators, this won't be much of a change. You're already doing verification of identities. It's just a few extra steps, and there are solutions out there that can help make that nice and seamless for you. What are your thoughts, guys? Too much red tape, not enough red tape? Leave a comment below. I want to hear what you think about Queensland property and anti-money laundering counter-terrorism financing. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that all advice is general in nature and does not constitute legal advice. This is authorised by George Sourris, Empire Legal, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.